Hi, this is Sonia with Artsy Solutions, and I'm doing the monthly journal challenge from the Scrappy 8 Facebook group. And so I'm a little bit late, but this is the February challenge, and the prompt is inspired by. So I've decided I wanted to follow Anna Falsetta, and I've seen her artwork on Instagram, and she does a lot of like abstract and textile style like type artwork. So I'm not sure what the exact names of what some of her stuff is called, but I love that style, and she uses a lot of like paintings and things like that. So what I'm going to do today is I have my little, it's a watercolor pad, it's a 4x6, and I'm just going to take a little piece of watercolor paper and I'm going to make like a tag, and it's going to be like abstract using watercolors, and I'm going to use some textiles and string and stitching and things like that in it. So I'm just going to lay this piece of string down, and I'm not sure, I don't know, I'm just going to lay the string down and I'm just going to start adding some watercolors, and then I'll come back in and do some doodling and things like that. So I've got some CSV Art Gallery ink paints that I'm going to be using, in addition to some Sargent Art watercolor paintings. And I'm just going to randomly, I think I'm going to keep my colors like, I'll probably use some blue, a little bit of red. That looks kind of orange. Let's see, this is more of a red color. This is carmine red, and this is Prussian blue. I think I'll use those two, and maybe a yellow. Yeah, lemon yellow. These are kind of like bright colors. And then we have these in here that are, you have like mint, sky blue, lagoon, or lagon, however you pronounce that. Peel Lake blue, chocolate green, interference green, and then mint. So we'll see what all colors I'm going to use. So I'm just going to start out, I'm just going to put a little bit of paint on my mat. That's the Prussian blue. I don't need a lot of paint because this is a really small project. So I've got my yellow and then my red. I'm really trying to learn new techniques and new styles of art because there's so many of them out there that are very interesting, but I usually do like grungy vintage stuff like that, and those of you who follow me know that that's typically my style. But I'm trying to think outside the box a little bit, so I'm just trying out different things. So, okay, so I'm just going to dip this into water, and like I said, I'm using watercolor paper, so I'm going to like wet my paper in different little areas first, and then I'm just going to dip it into some of these watercolors. I'm probably going to make like circles, like circular shapes in different places. No rhyme or reason. I'm going to see if having the string down here, if I can pick up a string line print. I don't know if that's possible, but I'm just going to see. Yeah, like I said, I don't know if that's possible or not. I'm not, like I said, I'm not real familiar with this, so I'm just going to go with the flow. See what we can come up with. string off. And it left kind of like a little trail of where the string was at a little bit. So I'm just going to take a Morphone acrylic paint pen. This is just a black one. And I'm just going to kind of highlight going around like where that string was at. And I'm just going to kind of make a connection. It's not perfect. I'm kind of like just winging it. It's not the exact shape of where the string was, but we're just gonna, we're creating some lines and connections and things like that. Okay, so now I'm just going to add some thread, and I'm going to stitch in some different things. But first, I think I'm actually going to take this Sharpie marker, and I'm just going to add in some circles, some white marks inside of here. Since this Sharpie doesn't want to act right, I'm just going to let the shapes take whatever shape they take. And I'm just going to dry that, and then I'm going to add the thread. Okay, so I'm just going to use some of this paper cord twine. I think this is Recollections. Yeah, Recollections. And I'm just going to randomly, I think I'm going to add this button on here as well as this paper clip. But first I'm just going to make some, I'm just going to stitch on some random patterns. And what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to poke some holes. Hold on, let me get my paper piercer. Well, I don't have my paper piercer nearby, but I do have this awl. So I'm just going to use this to punch where I'm going to be stitching at. Okay, so now I'm going to start over here, this first little hole that I just punched. And as you can see, I punched kind of like a little pattern, I guess you could call it. And I want to first lock in, this thing's thick. Be really careful if you're using like a thick needle, because you don't want to cut yourself when you're trying to pull it through, pull the string through. So I'm just going to do like this. And what you could do is you could just put a piece of tape on it, or you could secure it the way you do with normal stitching. I think I'm just going to secure it the way I do with normal stitching. And I'm going to go back. I'm going to go into this hole. Is this the second hole? Yeah. I'm going to go into this second hole. Pull that through. Oops. Well, actually I may just put a piece of Scotch tape over top of this. So let's just go back down in there into that hole again. That original hole, which was up here. Oh, I went through the wrong way. Okay, so let's go through this way. Okay, and then we're just going to put our tape. Since this is just paper, but now if you decided to do it on some canvas material or thicker material, you may consider, instead of just using tape, you may want to secure it the correct way that you do when you sew. And I'm still trying to do that. It's just, right now this tape is going to hold it in place as I start my pattern. So, and then I'm just going to send that through. And we're going to establish our closure of it. So it's tied. It's kind of in a knot. So I'm just going to continue on with this pattern. Okay, so now I'm getting ready to, while I'm still stitching this, I'm going to go ahead and add the button. And it's a two-sided button, but I'm just going to put it on the black side. I thought about using the paper clip, but I decided to change my mind. But this is pretty much it. Now what I could do is round off the edges just to kind of make it look cute. Maybe even put a bow on it, or something like that. Okay, so I'm just gonna round off the edges. I thought about going around the edges with red, but I decided black would be better because sometimes the shades of red that you use can kind of throw off your whole thing that you made. So I guess I could make this into a tag. Yeah, this will be a tag instead of a journal card. I'll make this into a tag. I'm trying to decide which direction to put it on. I'll turn it like this, and then I'm just going to punch a hole. I'm just going to add a little color right there. I'm going to add an eyelet. Eyelet, and I'm just going to add some black ribbon. And voila, this is pretty much it. And we have our textiles, which is the fabric, our abstract art. And I usually don't use primary colors a lot because we all know that the vintage stuff is usually my thing. But what I may do, simply just because I was wanting to challenge myself to an artist that I was inspired by. Eventually, when I do add this to something, I'll probably grunge it up because that's just me. I will probably grunge it up and turn it into like a steampunk alchemy something. But yeah, I will probably definitely coffee dye this or something. But I still like that decoration in the back that I came up with my doodling. And I'm not the best at doodling. Like I said, this is my first time trying this actual style. But yeah, I was inspired by Anna Falsetta. I think that's how you pronounce her name. Anna Falsetta. Yeah, but she does abstract art. And I will have her link for an Instagram of where I saw some of her stuff. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel and check out my other videos, blog, and social media sites. And check out the Scrappy 8 Facebook group, which is where this challenge is from. And I'll have a link in the description where you can do that too. And as always, I thank you guys so much for watching.